Little less than half an hour left with you on this Wednesday morning, middle of the week, last day of the month of April. We're coming to you live from Pearl River Resort for the Mississippi Farm Bureau Feeding the Hungry fundraiser. It is a partnership with the Mississippi Food Network. A cooking competition today, a golf tournament tomorrow, based on the laughs that I've seen, a lot of fun, and a little bit of competitive spirit as well as the trailers with big grills continue to roll in and a lot going on. I am pleased to be joined by Cass Mobley, who is she's with the Mississippi Food Network, as is Stacey Jordan. She's the Director of Development. That fancy title for raising money, and Cass on the operations side as well. Good morning. Thanks to both of you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, we're happy to be here.
So, Cass, let's start with big picture. Mississippi Food Network, in terms of mission and the way you operate.
Yeah, so it's a pretty big job in Mississippi. So we have over 553,000 food insecure families in Mississippi. So it's a big need in our state. We are the second highest food insecurity rate in the United States. So we serve, our service area is 56 counties, and we have over 400 partners that help us do that. So we're a warehouse in Jackson. We have 18-wheelers and box trucks, and food goes out to be delivered every day. Last year we raised about 29.4 million pounds of food, which translates to 23.7 million meals that we provided last year. The year before that, it was about 22 million meals. So the need has grown, and it's going to grow this year. We've seen an uptick in, in people needing assistance. A lot of it due to the rising prices.
Right.
A lot of working families that already have difficulties, making ends meet just because of wages and things like that, lack of economic development, but also seniors on fixed incomes. We're seeing a uptick in that as well. And we want to be able to provide for those seniors. And a lot of the areas that we serve are rural, no grocery stores. They're having to buy their groceries at, Dollar Generals or other retailers that don't have a lot of fresh products. So one of the things that we really try to do is provide fresh products. So we do a lot of that. Probably 30% of what we distribute is fresh.
Really?
And we get a good bit of that from local farmers. So the last 2 years, we've really made a real effort to connect with local farmers and get produce locally, and that's been a very successful partnership for us.
So, in terms of the way you get the food that is being distributed, you talk about local farmers. Is the Mississippi Food Network buying that food? Is it donated food? Is it a combination of all the above?
All of the above, combination of all the above. So the way
and you're able to get better pricing because of bulk buying,
a lot
right?
of times, yeah. So when we're buying, we have good buying power. As far as purchasing from local farmers, we've been very fortunate to have a grant. We work with the Mississippi Department of Agriculture, and Commissioner Gibson and his team have been fantastic to work with. We've been doing that for a couple of years, which has allowed us to purchase product from local farmers to pay market rate, so they're really getting the value of what their food is really worth. We're able to buy it. But donations are a huge part of what we do. That's really what the food bank was founded on, was donations.
And Stacey, when we talk about the development side of things, it's those donations, it's companies saying this is an agency where we want to partner. What's the biggest challenge that you see on the development side of things, or is generosity more than anything what you're seeing?
Generosity, definitely. I wouldn't. Everyone is willing to give. I think it's just a matter of making sure that our story is being told. And I think if we're communicating with, everyone out in the state of Mississippi about what we do and how we're doing it and the need for it, most people are all willing to give.
When you tell the story, if you're meeting with a prospective donor or somebody who just kind of wants an update, how do you frame it?
Well, we first tell them, who we are, what we're about, where we're located, how many people we serve and how many counties we serve in the state of Mississippi. And I think that one of the things that's very attractive to donors is the fact that we do serve, so many counties, 56 counties out of the 82. I mean, that is gigantic.
Yeah.
And so, you can pick your county if there's one that you're interested in primarily, or you can give general donation and hope that it goes to the best, which it will. And we have so many different programs that we offer as well. So, I mean, it's just a plethora of opportunities for someone to find a need that they feel that we can meet for them.
Cass, when I was thinking earlier, okay, this is an organization that distributes food, but I'm not so sure you're not at least partly a logistics company.
Oh, we very much are.
I mean,
yeah, logistics are a huge part of what we do. We're serving 56 counties. We're located in Jackson. So everybody knows, once you leave Jackson city limits, you're pretty much in rural areas.
Sure.
So, we have our box trucks. We have our 18-wheelers. We have a fantastic team of drivers. Our transportation manager and our drivers do such a great job. They're really our front line. They're out there helping our partners. We're taking the food out, we're delivering it to them, helping them in any way we can. If we have a partner that's within an hour of the food bank, they typically come and pick up. So we have a 68,000 square foot warehouse. In Jackson, we have another building that's about 18,000 square feet. So we use all of that, about 80,000 square feet, to, acquire the food, store the food. But the food doesn't stay. We get a little over 2 million pounds of food in a month, and it comes in and it goes right back out. That's the way we do it. We have a fantastic team at the food bank. We don't have a large staff. A lot of food banks our size that distribute the amount of food that we distribute have a large staff, probably twice as many as we do. But we don't. We have a small staff, but we're very dedicated. Our people are very invested in our mission and what we do. And I'll say this, too, that we're very good stewards of the money that people donate to us. 96 cents of every dollar goes directly back to our programs.
How do you do that? Is that because there is an endowment in place that takes care of some of the operational costs, or you just run a really streamlined budget?
We run a really streamlined budget. We do have an endowment that's in place, and it's more as a rainy day fund for us. It's not. We do not use it at all for any operational things. We actually operate off of the monies that we get in. Stacey's group, does a great job raising funds. We have a very dedicated donor base. Mm-hmm. We've been food bank for 40 years, and it was formed, 40 years ago by a group of people that were very concerned about the need for food in the Jackson area. But then when they got started, how Mississippi is. When you let people know there's a need, people are going to come and support it. That's the way it is in Mississippi. So that started 40 years ago. We've been in the location we're at now for over 30 years, and we just continue to do what we do. We just run it very lean and as efficient and effectively as we can. And I can't say enough about the people that we work with, the churches. So 75% of our partners are churches. So they're the boots on the ground. They know who the people are in their communities that need the resources. So our part is just to help supply them so they can address that need in their communities.
It really is incredible. And I'm assuming, Stacey, it's a whole lot easier to ask people for money when they recognize how responsible you're being
Absolutely.
With the dollars that they're donating.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's an incredible thing. What level of reliance do local food banks have on the Mississippi Food Network for what is on their shelves? Is it 100%? Is it a supplement to what they are getting locally? How does that work?
It really kind of depends on who the local food pantry is. Some of them are very reliant on us, but some of them have a lot of community support, or their church supports it, and they're able to bring in other sources of food. We encourage them to reach into their community. It really needs to be community-led. We want their communities to know what they're doing in their community to support them. Some of our smaller ones that don't have a lot of bandwidth are dependent on us for a lot of the food they get. I will say this, they're almost 100% volunteer. So they've got volunteers there. Most of these volunteers are 70 and up because, you're retired. You want to give back to your community. You got time.
Sure.
So you've got that. So we have a lot of volunteers. We have a lot of community buy-in, and they just they make it work. They make it happen. We try to support them. We've had some a good bit of grant funding over the last couple of years to invest in the capacity of our agencies. We've provided them with a lot of refrigeration and freezer equipment and things like that, so that they can handle the food that we're trying to get to them. I mean,
when you're trying to get them fresh produce and fruits and things along those lines.
Fresh milk, all of that. You got to have somewhere to keep it.
Stacey, last thing, in terms of development partners, mostly individuals, or is it businesses that are jumping in and saying, hey, this is a place we want to partner?
It's highly individuals, but businesses are right there next to us.
It's incredible. Great work that you're doing. Thank you so much for kind of sharing the Mississippi Food Network story, and what a great partnership with Farm Bureau for this event. And
a fantastic partnership. I mean, we're so honored that the Federation has chosen us to be one of their causes that they want to support, and
Absolutely.
I can't say enough how grateful we are for this.
It's going to be a great day here and a great day tomorrow as well. The Mississippi Farm Bureau Feeding the Hungry fundraiser. We're broadcasting live from Pearl River Resort right outside of Philadelphia in Choctaw, Mississippi. We will wrap the show up with you coming up next with Matt Perkins from Pearl River Resort. Back right after this.